Katie kicked the living hell out of Juntto. Moloch hadn't even thought that was possible. The last time the angels had subdued the Leviathan, they'd been unable to kill him, and had instead left him buried deep in the ice of the Alps. Moloch shifted his gaze to Baal, who was sitting next to him in another chair. Baal's mouth was also open, remnants of the small bunnies he had been eating stuck to his lips. He began shaking his head, leaving bits of bunny fluff floating around. He had no words for whatever the hell they were watching. Moloch shouted and pumped his fist as Juntto slammed Pandora/Katie in the stomach, sending her flying.
My man isn't going down without a fight. At least he is attempting to put those bitches in their place.
Baal swallowed his bunny.
Until she shoots him in the dick. What? Have you seen this already?
Baal nodded.
Yeah, it came out early this morning. I had to look away. My stomach hurt just watching it.
When they got to that part, Moloch scooted to the edge of the chair, watching closely as she pulled the trigger and did just that. Shot him square in his man-junk. Moloch jumped back, putting his hands over his mouth.
Holy fucking pickle thumper. That bitch just shot him in his most valued asset. And that's not even fucking Pandora. That's Katie. It looks like Lilith's bad attitude is wearing right off on her. Shooting someone in the meat stick is Pandora's signature for sure. I don't know what he was saying, but I have a good idea he wasn't talking about taking Pandora on a date with flowers and candy. That one might have been provoked.
Moloch shoved his finger in Baal's face.
Nothing short of stabbing someone with the dick spear would warrant a shot like that. That was literally a low fucking blow.
Moloch clicked off the television and slumped back in his chair, defeated. He ran his huge claws over his bald head and sighed dramatically.
All I want is to be the king of Earth, to make them bow to me, maybe worship me as their one true Dark Lord. Is that so much to ask, Baal? Am I reaching too far here? Do I have delusions of unholy grandeur?
Baal jumped from his chair and poured a whiskey, handing it to Moloch.
Now, you have just hit a tough spot. You are still the most maniacal beast in all of hell, and you deserve 10 Earths. Don't start getting depressed now. Buck up!
He laid a claw between Moloch's horns and began stroking his head.
Every time you want to quit, think about the shot heard round the world, and let that motivate you to kick Lilith right in the damn ovaries.
Moloch patted Baal's hand.
You always remind me how amazing I am, and how much I deserve. Thank you, dear friend.
Baal smiled, showing the fur still stuck in his jagged teeth.
Now come on, let's figure out where the other Leviathans are. We know Juntto's defeat is bound to piss some of those guys off. We need to get to them before that army of human bastards decides to come for us.
Moloch stood up and walked to a table with a giant map of Earth spread across it.
Do you really think Pandora and the rest of those idiots are dumb enough to attack us here?
Baal shrugged.
I don't know anymore. It would be smart of us to have the Leviathans on our side, though, in case they do. Juntto was an excellent choice, but he got beat to hell and was shot to shit by her and her brood of superhero wannabes.
Moloch groaned.
Oh, we have endless numbers of troops here, and we know that humans can't come this deep into hell. Other than that, I'm not even sure what strategy we should use to combat those morons. It's not like they will be able to roll tanks and armor in here without us knowing. Those kinds of gates are caught, and caught fast. Still, you may be right. We may need to keep some tactics in reserve just in case.
Baal nodded.
Yes, good thinking. And maybe we should invest in bulletproof cups. You know, just to protect our junk in case of a fight. Take my leg, take my arm, but mess with the lady killer?
Baal shook his head sadly. Moloch gaped at Baal.
Really? The lady killer? What are you, some 15-year-old human living in his mom's basement? If you ever say that again, I will rip your arm off and punch your lady killer with it.
Baal cleared his throat and moved his hand over his junk.
Right, never going to say that again. Got it. But what about...
Moloch shook his head.
No, don't. Just stop. In fact, that conversational topic is banned.